Hello and welcome to this special podcast. We have with us Mr. Nilotpal Gupta. He is the head of data science at ICICI Securities. Hi sir, how are you doing today?
Good.
So my first question for you would be, from an industry-wide perspective, what is the single biggest architectural bottleneck standing between, raw data signal and an immediate business action in the age of AI today?
I think the understanding of how AI can put the outcome to business context from the raw data, right? That is where there is a challenge. Technology is not the channel. Understanding what business is looking for.
So how do we, understand that matter? How do you do that in your firm?
There is no easy answer to it. You have to spend time with business. You have to understand what business is looking for, and then implement the solution. Don't build solution just because you have capability without understanding the problem.
So when it comes to deploying autonomous AI agents in high-stake environments, where do you draw the line, on human-in-loop control?
So you need to put a risk framework in it, where the risk is very high in terms of financial impact or regulatory impact. You definitely need to think of human in the loop. Where the risk is very minimal or low, you can think of a complete autonomous.
Definitely. Now, what is one myth about deploying an autonomous enterprise agent that you would like to now bust? Because this is now a very common thing that industries are doing.
Well, I think not thinking that for every problem solution is autonomous agent. That is the biggest myth, right? You have to really think what is the problem and does it really require an autonomous agent. Once that basic understanding is clear, rest falls in place.
Basically not deploying an agent just for the sake of it. You need to know whether it will solve the problem or not. Definitely. Now, as data leaders, we should keep, what should actually keep us, up at night? An AI agent making a slightly delayed decision, or an AI agent making a very fast decision, but an unexplainable way, or, in a way that people would not understand the answer properly, but yeah, it's giving the solution, kind of.
First of all, I do get good sleep, so I don't think. No, so I think it depends on the confidence that you have on the agent. As long as the agent has gone through enormous scenario testing, you would get a reasonable confidence of it's working.
Well, in the age of real-time AI, what changed in the way that you look when you're hiring, say, a next data scientist or engineer in your firm, or any firm in the matter of BFSI especially?
Broadly, I think you need to look for 2-3 things. One is the agility to learn, right? Secondly, the thought process, right? Is the person able to think? And the third point, not afraid of failure, right? And of course, there needs to be commitment, because most of the times you have tried, it has not failed, but then you don't give it up. So as long as these are more or less competency or behavioral aspect, that is what you need to think about. The technologies there are so many options today, right? So that is should be the primary factor.
Definitely. Now, in modern financial ecosystems, how do we solve the silo problem, where critical events are trapped in applications and cannot be connected to the orchestration frameworks? So how do you solve that problem in your experience?
We have been trying for years. It is still not solved, in spite of there are many tools, technologies, processes coming in. Well, I do not have a single point answer to this. It varies from organization to organization. One thing is, if you are able to have a unified data platform or a data architecture, some of this can be taken care of, but there is no single answer to this.
Well, we talk a lot about agents adapting decisions based on evolving context. So, in volatile markets, how do you prevent an intelligent agent from overreacting to noise or acting on a true signal?
I honestly, this requires a lot of time. I don't think we have reached to a stage where you can take critical financial decisions just through autonomous agents. So, industry wise, that maturity level has not reached. Therefore, I also cannot answer this question at this point of time.
So basically, there's still a human need here in this aspect. Well, now coming to the biggest hurdle, in moving from reactive monitoring tools to predictive agent-driven operations, what is one biggest hurdle that you have faced?
The predictability need to have consistency, right? If that fails, then there are doubts raised about the accuracy of the prediction.
So now when you look at the next 12 or 24 months, because we cannot talk about say 10 years or 5 years, because as we would have spoken about things in 2021 and that's not happening in 2026. So in the near term, like 12 to 24 months, so what is one capability data teams must actually build to ensure that they don't get left behind in the agentic era?
The most important thing is still the basics, which is completeness and accuracy and data quality, because garbage in is garbage out, right? As long as that basic thing is in place in a reasonable manner, rest will follow. That fundamental has not changed.
We've had the event Data Leadership Collective today. So can you just tell us some takeaways that you have understood from the fireside chat and the discussions that you have had today?
It's my own view on this is, we should not just run behind capabilities. The most important thing is to understand what is the use case, what is the problem that we are trying to solve for, what is the benefit that it is going to give, and also is it at scale. If this is clear, then you think of the deployment, right? Something which doesn't scale up is not going to give the benefit that you are looking for.
Definitely. And I think as data and AI is becoming more important, the role of people like you in organizations are going to actually only grow. So I would wish you all the best for the event ahead, and thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thank you. By the way, I'm still learning. There's so much to.
Definitely, no worries. Thank you so much.
Thank you.